Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Miami. Gunnar Olszewski bringing it out. Here come the Steelers for the first time in this game with their free agent signing at quarterback, the former #2 overall pick, Mitchell Trubisky.
Mitchell Trubisky is getting his second chance to start in the NFL and will be with another storied franchise, this time the Pittsburgh Steelers. He slowly fell out of favor in Chicago after making a Pro Bowl in his second season. But what a lot of people don't realize is that he had a winning record as a starter in each of his last 3 years with the Bears. He convinced a lot of people as a backup in Buffalo, including...
And now off to the races down the right side. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Trubisky. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Trubisky to throw. And in for the Steelers touchdown. George Pickens, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked.
Nothing game. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here comes the Miami offense now, and it's the southpaw in his third season at the wheel for the Fins. Quarterback Tua Tagovailoa.
For the second consecutive season, Tua as a starter and Miami as a team both had winning records, but missed the playoffs. His numbers, they weren't terrific. Only 2,600 yards and 16 touchdowns against 10 interceptions. But he also overcame fractured ribs early in the season to return and play well down the stretch. And don't forget, when he did come back, he led Miami to 6 straight wins, which kept them in the playoff race. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He was looking for Jalen Waddle there, and it's second down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. From the gun, it's Tua. Flush to his right. He's got a man, complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they...
Now Trubisky lost the football, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball.
Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jumped?
And the pressure gets to him again.
Emmanuel Ogbah that time able to drop him for a loss.
And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
7-7, our score after one. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Oh, good move. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a run straight ahead with Edmonds. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Out to his left.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And they'll have it at 20. Here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Running on 1st down with Gaskin.
Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it?
Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6. Tua going to throw. Flushed out right. That's complete right around the 8.
And the Dolphins are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Here's Mostert. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd and goal from the 1.
They'll try to run with Gaskin.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Myles Gaskin punching it in from a yard away.
And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was capped off by a Myles Gaskin touchdown run.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Trubisky. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away. Far only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Now their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. Well, right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. This will be caught. It's Waddle. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A 3rd down gain of 19.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Rolling to his right. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. They'll run on 1st down. Edmonds. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've reached the intermission.
And to bring the action your way, let's get it right back out.
At the 32. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. 3rd quarter starts with a run from Mostert. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 49 yards on the ground for him so far. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now Tua on the bootleg here. That one going to be caught by his running back Gaskin. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
23 yards, the final tally.
A run with Mostert up the middle. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. Third quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10. Edmonds running out of the shotgun.
And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Looking to pass. Tua. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
The Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game? Because a lot of times in that situation, partner, we see teams try and roll the quarterback out, give him a little run-pass option, and treat it like a 2-point conversion play. In this case, they went with a little bit more power and got it done.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Najee Harris.
67 yards.
And the Steelers are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that cuts this lead down to 13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Odds gets around him, and he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a first down.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a give to Edmonds. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. On target over the middle to Hill. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really when you're...
And he's got his tight end, Gesicki, in the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Olszewski now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
On first down, Trubisky.
Claypool with another catch.
That'll give them 8 that time, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. Again, it's Trubisky.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Chase Claypool.
48 yards.
And the Steelers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive spanned 5 plays.
And it was finished off by the Chase Claypool touchdown catch.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Skirts by at the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Dolphins have made it a 3-score game now here in the fourth. And that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out, because now it's not a total loss, because as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. His throw incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. So a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and 1, it's Trubisky. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Now Trubisky on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sims. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Trubisky's throw complete there to Johnson. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. Over the middle, that's caught by Claypool. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. Now loose football. The ball comes out, but it looked like the Steelers were able to recover, and they will indeed hold on to the ball. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A higher scoring game, Charles, than we typically see in the National Football League, but fun to watch these offenses. They were really clear.